भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. So Monday being Janmashtami, so we're going to discuss some parts of Krishna's appearance. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam. My appearance and my activities are both divya, are both transcendental. There's nothing material in that. And one who knows these activities of my appearance and my pastimes, one who knows them in truth, he does not take birth again. So, first of all, we have to understand what does it mean, one knows in truth. I mean, whatever we study in Bhagavatam, it is all true. So, what is it to be known by truth, known in truth? Well, the thing is, like we were discussing yesterday, these activities, these pastimes are revealed in our heart. Of course, theoretically, we can know, we can read about it. In truth, we are reading. But when these pastimes are revealed, because our heart is clean, our heart is full of love for Krishna, and the pastimes are revealed, and then we cannot do anything except serving Krishna with more love and devotion. And actually, that service, that mood of service of Krishna, takes us back home, back to Godhead. So everything is interrelated. Now we all know the story of Devaki got married to Vasudeva, and Kansa being the cousin brother of Devaki, and he was taking Devaki and Vasudeva out of his love for his sister, little sister. Kansa was driving the chariot, just like Krishna drove the chariot of Arjun out of his love for Arjun. And Kansa also had similar love for Devaki. And he was driving the chariot, taking his sister to her husband's home. So, but when the demigod saw this, Kansa was actually a demon named Kalanemi. And this demon, somehow he took birth in the family of Maharaj Ugrasen. Through Maharaj Ugrasen's wife, a demon actually took the form of Maharaj Ugrasen, and he had a relationship with Maharaj Ugrasen's wife, and this son was born. And Kansa was so cruel; he would kill. So he had killed so many people. And Ugrasen that time understood he cannot be my son. So then that's when it was revealed to him. Actually, he was a son of a demon. So Kansa later on, well, not at the time of marriage, later on he imprisoned Maharaj Ugrasen and he took over the kingdom of Mathura. And so he was a big demon, but at that time nobody knew. Demigods knew. So they made this announcement that, oh Kansa, you fool, you rascal, you're taking your sister to her husband's home, and the eighth son of this sister will be the cause of your death. Now, the asuras, the problem with the asuras is they don't want to leave this body. They don't want to die because they don't know where they would go after leaving this body. So they want to enjoy in this body only. So the death is very troublesome for them. So immediately he took out his sword and grabbed the hair of Devaki and he was about to cut her head. That if I kill her, then she will never become a mother. So how will she become pregnant and her son will not be born? And if son is not born, then who is going to kill me and I'll enjoy forever? So Vasudev, because he was on the chariot also, and although he was very scared of Kansa at that time, somehow he pleaded to Kansa. Somehow he pacified Kansa, and somehow he made an arrangement with Kansa that, okay, Devaki is not your enemy. Your real enemy is her sons. So he said, I promise you, I'll bring you all the sons, not just the eighth son. I'll bring you all the sons. But there is a catch in Sanskrit. It Sanskrit is such a technical language. When Vasudev was pacifying Kansa and he was promising Kansa, because for these people, they're so righteous, and he was going to be father of Krishna. He is eternally father of Krishna. Actually, they cannot tell a lie. That's the problem. So So he spoke that verse in such a way that Kansa understood that Vasudeva is saying that I will bring all the sons, including the eighth son, to you. And actually, in his heart, and another meaning of that verse is, I'll bring all the sons except the eighth son to you. So now, whatever Kansa wanted to understand, he understood, but Vasudevji didn't lie. And his intention was, I'll bring every other son, but not the eighth son. If the eighth son is going to kill you, let him be so. Let it be so. So anyway, so Kansa let them go, and first son was born. And Mother Devaki named her son as Kirtiman, one who one who brings lots of fame to the family, or he becomes very famous. And right away, because of his promise, Vasudevji took that little baby, he was just born, and took that baby to Kansa. Now, Kansa, just like any other person, he became very compassionate towards seeing the little baby. The love came out. And he was like, no, 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 Vasudevji, you take this baby back. I have nothing against this first baby. It's the eighth son that I'm waiting for. So Vasudevji brought the baby back. But Kansa's demon ministers, they advised him, "What are you doing? It could be demigods. We don't know how they count. It could be the eighth son that appeared first. So you should kill him." And Narad Muni also appeared. And Narad Muni is a spiritual person, and being the spiritual person, Kansa trusted him. And Narad Muni also came, and he said the same thing. See, we don't know how the demigods count, and this could be the eighth son. So how would you know? So why don't you kill all the sons? So Kansa then came to the palace of Vasudeva and Devaki, and he took that son, little baby, right from the hands of Devaki, and he smashed him at the rock. He killed this baby right in front of his mother. And then he imprisoned both Vasudeva and Devaki and put them in the prison house of Mathura. So, like that, he killed 6 sons of Devaki right in front of mother's eyes. Now, it's very bewildering. Why these 6 sons? Who were these 6 sons? So, we have to go back. So, actually, what had happened, Brahmaji, although Brahmaji is a pure devotee, especially in this universe, he has composed Brahm Samhita even at the time of creation. So everything was revealed to him: Krishna's Golok Vrindavan, Krishna's pastimes, material nature. So in Brahm Samhita and beautiful prayers, he has composed everything. But somehow or other, by Krishna's arrangement, by Yogmaya's arrangement, once Brahmaji saw his daughter, she took the form of a female deer and she was just roaming around. Somehow, Brahmaji became attracted towards his own daughter in a sexual way. And Brahmaji took the form of a male deer and he ran after that female deer. So, material world, anything is possible. And especially, Brahmaji was brought under the influence of Yogmaya. So when that happened, Lord Shiva was over there. Four Kumaras were sons of Brahma were there. And there's another son of Brahma. His name is Marichi, Rishi Marichi. His six sons were there. Shivji's position, although he appears from within the eyebrows of Brahma in a given universe, but his position is higher than Brahmaji. So Shivji started to chastise Brahmaji. What are you doing? This doesn't this doesn't look good upon you. He could do that. He was in a position of authority. Four Kumaras, they are sons of Brahma, they're self-realized souls, but they understood this is our father, so they could not chastise him. They started praying to Lord Vishnu, please give the right intelligence to Brahmaji. But the six sons of Marichi, although they were the grandsons of Brahma, they started laughing at Brahmaji. Oh, look at him, what is he doing? So Shivji did not commit offense, four Kumaras didn't commit offense, but these six sons of Marichi, they ended up committing offense at the lotus feet of Brahmaji. So Brahmaji got angry with them and he cursed them that as soon as you are born, you will die at the hands of your own uncle. So these were the six sons who appeared as the sons of Devaki. And as soon as they were born, they got killed by Kansa. Also, acharyas have explained, okay, before that. So these six sons, they were the sons of Marichi. So Narad Muni, why Narad Muni came to tell Kansa to kill the little babies? Because there were many reasons. One reason was Narad Muni did not want Kansa to develop any compassion or do anything good towards Vasudeva and Devaki. Because then he knew when Krishna appears, Krishna is going to appear, Krishna will think, oh, this man Kansa, although he is very cruel, but he served my mother and father. So let me pardon him. And Krishna could have done that. And Narad Muni didn't want that. So he told Kansa that you should kill all the babies and you should imprison Vasudeva and Devaki. And this is what Kansa did. Another reason Narad Muni did this, asked Kansa to kill the six sons of Devaki as soon as they were born, because he wanted to bestow mercy upon these six sons, who were originally the six sons of Marichi. That as soon as they're born, they're killed, so they will go back. So they'll be absolved of all the aparadh that they have done. So Narad Muni, he doesn't just, I mean, outwardly it looks like he's instigating something or somebody, but he's not. He's actually helping, always helping in the past tense of Krishna. Okay. So Acharyas, like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he has explained that these six sons of Devaki, they represent the six anarthas in our heart. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. And Devaki represents bhakti, Kansa represents fear. So as long as we have, as long as, oh, I'm sorry, not as long as, if the fear of being born in the material world again, if there is no fear, then these anarthas will not be killed from our heart and bhakti will not grow. So if the fear is there that, oh, I'm going to take birth again and I'm going to go through all these problems again, then and then only will become serious and we will remove all these anarthas. And who will remove the anarthas? Because after the six sons were born and after they were killed, who appeared? Lord Balramji appeared in the womb of Devaki. And Lord Balramji represents Guru. So by the mercy of Guru, by the instructions of Guru, first we kill the fears, anarthas, and then Balramji, when he appears, he prepares the heart for appearance of Krishna. And Balramji's that weapon that he carries is the plow. That plow means he prepares the heart with this plow, just like if we have to do some farming, you have to cultivate some crops. So we take the plow and prepare the ground to put the seed in. So this is what Balramji does. He prepares a heart with his plow, and he puts a seed in of Krishna Prema. And that's when Krishna will appear. So until these six anarthas are removed, until Guru's mercy is there and he prepares the ground further, makes it soft so that the seed can be planted, seed of Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem can be planted. Until it is done, Krishna will not appear in our heart. So many things are there. So Acharyas have explained these six sons of Devaki like that also. So the six sons were killed by by Kansa, and then Balramji appeared. But Balramji somehow, mysteriously, it's under Krishna's order, Yog Maya took that embryo, the Balramji, from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. Rohini was another wife of Vasudeva, but she was living in Gokul along with Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya under the protection of Nanda Baba. Vasudevji had made this arrangement that Rohini should live in Gokul. So Balramji was transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. And that's why his another name is Sankarshan. Sankarshan means he attracts. So he attracted both the families, Vasudev's family and Nanda Baba's families. And then appeared Krishna. So after Balramji appears on Purnima and Krishna appears on Janmashtami. So Ashtami. So it's about 10 days of difference. So Krishna appeared. And when we study in Bhagavatam, Krishna first appeared in the mind of Vasudeva. And then from the mind of Vasudeva, he got transferred to the mind of Devaki. And from the mind of Devaki, he transferred himself to the womb of Devaki. And when Krishna was in the womb of Devaki, Devaki became so beautiful. Devaki was she was glowing. So it was kind of clear to everybody that this is the boy. This is Vishnu himself who has come to kill Kansa. Although Kansa was, sometimes he would calculate, no, six sons were born, there was a miscarriage. So seventh wasn't born. So is this the seventh son or is it the eighth son? But despite all this, despite that Vasudeva and Devaki, they were in his prison house. And the eighth son or this son was there by whose presence Devaki was effulgent. Kansa, even though he was a demon of very low category, even though then he did not perform abortion on Devaki, or he didn't even try to. He was waiting for the son to be born. He didn't even want to kill the son within the womb of Devaki. And look at the demons today, and they can kill, so they can perform so many abortions and have no regret for that. But even Kansa won't do that. He said, no, I'm not going to kill him in the womb. Let him be born and I'll kill him. So Krishna, then he appeared on this day, and he appears at midnight. So when Krishna appeared, although Vasudeva and Devaki, they were in the shackles, Krishna appeared. And he appeared to give all the consolation to his mother, Devaki. He appeared in the four-handed form. And he was wearing the crown, and he had the Shank, Chakra, Gada, and Padma in his hands, and beautiful curly hair he had, and he was wearing Pitambar. So many times when people talk about Krishna Janma, I mean, when Krishna is born like that, how many babies we have seen who are born like that? with full hair, wearing pitambar and the crown and Shank Chakra Gada Padma, four hands. And as soon as Krishna was born, he started giving instructions to Vasudeva that okay, you did this tapasya 4 lifetimes ago and you asked me as your son, so I appeared 2 previous lifetimes as Prishnigarbha, as Vamandev, and now I am appeared as Krishna. So you asked for 3 lifetimes as your son, so this is my last benediction. So how many babies, as soon as they're born, they start speaking to their parents like that? None. Only Krishna could do that. So after giving long history, long lecture to Vasudeva and Devaki, Krishna asked Vasudevji, okay, now you take me to Gokul. Okay, meanwhile, Devaki was very afraid seeing Krishna's four-handed form, and also she was actually afraid for for his protection. She was thinking that Kansa will come now and he will kill this boy also. So she told Krishna that you better, oh my lord, you better appear in two-handed form. So even if Kansa sees you, he will not get afraid, because if you show yourself to him in four-handed form, he will be afraid, and when he is afraid, he might do something nonsense. But if you appear like just a little baby, he might let you go. So Krishna, just to give satisfaction to his mother, he changed his form to two-handed form. But then he asked his father Vasudeva that you take me to Gokul, because right now it's not my time to be in Mathura. So Vasudevji put him in the basket, and as soon as Vasudevji carried him, all his shackles they were opened up, and he started walking towards the gate of the prison, and all the gates started opening up. They were all locked up, but they started opening up for Vasudevji. All the all the guards they fell asleep, and Vasudevji started walking towards from Mathura towards Gokul. Now, to make things more interesting, there was rain at that time, and not just rain, not just drizzle. It was heavy pour of water. Now the question arises, why there was such a big rain? Didn't Indra know that Krishna is born and Krishna is going, Krishna's father is taking him to Gokul? Why he was making it rain so hard at that time? Well, the reason Indra was trying to do that was because he didn't want even the dogs on the streets of Mathura to bark, because if they had barked, or if people were sleeping outside, because they didn't have AC at that time, that we were sleeping inside, people used to sleep outside, and it's the month of August, it's very warm in Vrindavan, so they would sleep outside. And if they had seen Vasudevji carrying Krishna in the basket going towards Gokul, Indra was afraid somebody might go and inform Kansa, so he didn't want that to happen. And moreover, when he was making the rain so heavy, so people of Mathura, they went inside to sleep inside the houses. Dogs were not there on the street, and even Vasudevji was walking, nobody heard him walk because the rain was there. But then, won't Krishna and Vasudevji would get wet, and it would stop them from going further? So to solve that problem, Ananshesha appeared. And Ananshesha appeared behind Vasudeva and making a kind of an umbrella on Krishna and Vasudeva. So the water was not falling on Vasudeva and Krishna. Many times people ask, so Ananshe, why was he walking behind? Why was he walking along with Vasudeva? But people can ask different questions. Well, the reason was he was walking behind Vasudeva because he didn't want to scare Vasudevji. Vasudevji, if he had seen, or such a big snake is walking along with me, he would have been really terrified. But Anansheshji thought, let me walk behind. So he won't see me, but I will protect them from water. So walking, Vasudevji came to the banks of Yamuna. Now there was so much of rain, so much of water, he couldn't figure out where to cross, how and where to cross Yamuna Ji at. Now Indra is a servant of Krishna. So he sends a demigod in the form of a jackal. So the jackal came and he showed Vasudevji where to cross the Yamuna river. Okay. So somehow Vasudevji, although there was so much of water in Yamuna, because he was so determined to serve Krishna, he entered Yamuna. I mean, nobody would dare to enter Yamuna. There's so much of water, so much of flow. But Vasudevji said, I have to serve Krishna. This is what Krishna wants. He wants me to take him to Gokul, I'll take him. So when he entered, of course, when he entered, there was no surety that Yamuna would give way. But he still entered. He took the chance. I want to serve. When he entered, Yamuna's water was still rising. And seeing Yamuna's water rising and seeing the situation of his father, what Krishna did, he let his feet hang from the basket that Vasudevji was carrying. So Yamuna ji, she is actually wife of Krishna. So she touched Krishna's lotus feet and then she calmed down and then she gave way for Vasudevji to cross to Gokul. So now Vasudevji carried Krishna in the basket and Anantshesh is still behind, acting as an umbrella. And he went to Gokul, went to the house of Nanda Baba, went to the room. Well, how could he enter the room? There should be some guard, there should be some doors. But Krishna's arrangement, everybody was fast asleep. Even Yashoda Maya was fast asleep and she had just given birth to Krishna. Now, was Krishna born in Gokul or was Krishna born in Mathura? Well, Acharyas explain he was born at both the places at the same time. But Vasudevji, when he went to the bedroom of Yashoda Maya to pick up the baby, he did not see Krishna there. He did not see that Shyam Sundar Krishna on the bed. He only saw this little girl. Of course, he didn't know it was a girl, it was just a baby. So he put his Krishna down and he picked up that baby and brought her back. So when he put Krishna down, who's Vasudev Krishna, that Vasudev Krishna merged in the body of Shyam Sundar Krishna. Because it is said in the one of the shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam that Vasudevji picked up Anuja of Krishna. Anuja means little sister. So little sister cannot be there if the elder brother is not there. And Yashoda Maya didn't have a son before that, or didn't have any kid. So Krishna was also born at that time. But many people, or most of people, they don't know. So Vasudevji, Krishna, the Krishna that he brought, that is Vasudev Krishna, so he merged in the body of Shyamsundar Krishna. And Vasudevji brought this girl back. And when he brought her back, and as soon as he came back to the prison house, so all the doors got locked again and his shackles were as it is, and the baby started crying, and the guards woke up. They went to Kansa and they informed him, oh, the eighth child is born, but it's a girl. So Kansa ran from his palace to this prison house. And it is mentioned in Bhagavatam that he fell down so many times because he was in so much of anxiety, so much of fear, so many emotions were going through him. That this is a sixth son is born, or sixth baby is born, and eighth baby is born, and I'm going to kill that baby. And he was supposed to be my car. But when he came and he saw this, it was a girl. He got confused. He was like, what is this? Demigods cheated me? What are they doing? And Devaki pleaded to Kansa that, my dear brother, your Kal was supposed to be my eighth son, but it's a daughter who is born. Please don't kill her. It's a daughter. I'll get her married to your son later on when she grows up. So everybody was confused. What is? Of course, Vasudev and Devaki knew what had happened, but they were pretending like they were confused, and everybody in the palace was confused. How come it's a girl? It's not a boy. And the prediction was eighth son of Devaki. But then they starting giving their logic. Oh, maybe it meant the eighth baby, not the eighth son, or this or that. And Kansa, he said, no, I have to get rid of this baby. So he picked up that baby and threw her at the rock, but she was Durgaji herself. So she uh, went from the hands of Kansa and she went in the air and she took her real form with 10-handed form, Durgaji with weapons in every hand. And she then told Kansa, Kansa, you fool, you're trying to kill me. The person who's going to kill you has already taken birth somewhere. Now, why Durgaji? Of course, it was Yogamaya who had taken birth as sister of Krishna. But she took the form of Durgaji and showed that form to Kansa, 10-handed form. Because Kansa was a devotee of Durgaji. And when he saw his Isht Devi saying like that, he got more scared. Now what is going to happen? So Kansa, he came back to his palace. Okay, then before that, the question was, when Vasudevji picked up Krishna, all his shackles were removed. So it's a big lesson for us that if we also have Krishna in our heart, at least, we are not as fortunate as Vasudev to have Krishna in the basket and that we could carry him around. But if we have Krishna in our heart, and sincerely if we have Krishna in our heart, then the shackles of Maya will be vanished. That they will go away. Maya cannot bind us. But when Vasudevji left Krishna, came back with the girl, then the shackles came back again. So the thing is, if we have Krishna in the heart, all the shackles, all the foundations, they will go away. But if we leave Krishna, then we'll be shackled again. So better not leave Krishna. So Kansa, after seeing his Ishtadevi Durga in this form, he came back to his palace and again called his ministers. So ministers came, all the ministers were demons. So obviously they will not give him good advice. So they gave him advice. Oh, Maharaj Kansa, see that baby, whoever is born, he cannot be more than 10 days old. So let's kill all the babies in this area who are less than 10 days old. So again, the idea is Kansa didn't want to die. So then they again said, Kansa thought, if I send my army everywhere, if I send soldiers everywhere to kill the 10 or less days older babies, then they could be revolt because people like the little babies more than anything else. There could be a revolt, there could be lots of wars, fightings happening. So thinking like that, Putana appeared. So Putana is a Rakshasi and she's a Khechari. Khechari means who can fly in the sky. And she has again benediction of she could take any form, anytime. So she came to Kansa and she said, I'll do it. I'll go and kill all the babies in the Braj area who are less than 10 days old. And not just kill them, I'll drink their blood also. I'll kill them, I'll drink their blood, and I'll eat their flesh. What a what a noble thought she had. So she went to in Mathura, and then she killed so many babies. And she would go and she take the form of a very beautiful lady, and then she would smear very potent poison on her breast, and she would go to the house where the babies are born, and then under the disguise of feeding the milk to the babies, she would kill them. But she went in such a beautiful form, nobody suspected that she could be the killer. But it is explained by Jiva Goswami in one of his scriptures, one of his writings, that Putana could not kill the babies in the house of the devotees of Krishna. There was no way she could have gone there and killed. So, what she did unknowingly was she went to the houses of the followers or the servants of Kansa, and she killed their babies. So, all the babies who died from the hands of Putna was actually the babies of the followers of Krishna or servants of Krishna. None of the devotees of Krishna's babies she could kill. So then the first baby that was not the follower of Krishna was a follower of Kansa was Krishna himself. So when she went to Gokul, so the first house she entered was Nanda Baba's house. So when she was entering the house of Nanda Baba, and again, it was mentioned that she took the form of such a beautiful lady. And to add to her beauty, she was carrying a lotus flower in one of her hands. And she was just twirling around the lotus flower, and she was entering the house of Nanda Baba. She came to the house. Nanda Baba wasn't there. Nanda Baba had gone with all the Gopas to Mathura to give tax to Krishna. So only ladies were there. Rohini Mata saw Putna, and she was very pleased that such a beautiful lady has come to serve Krishna. Yashoda Maya saw Putna. Even she could not recognize it. Could be danger for my little baby. So Putna, just walking like that, he entered the inner chambers of the house, and she straight away went to Krishna's bed, where Krishna was lying down. Of course, we had discussed it some time back that Krishna, when he saw Putana, he closed his eyes. So the reason he closed his eyes, there were many reasons. Acharyas have given many reasons, and we have discussed those reasons. So Putana, when she came, and the Krishna closed his eyes, Putana got assured that this boy is not capable of anything, and she is basically asking me to pick him up. So Putana picked up little Krishna, and he put her breast into the mouth of Krishna for Krishna to suck milk. So Krishna knew there was poison on the breast. So along with poison, along with the milk, he also sucked every single life force from within the body of Putana. So when Putna was in such a huge pain because Krishna had grabbed her, and Krishna had grabbed her breasts and he was pressing them hard. Of course, he was pretending that he is trying to drink milk, but the reason was he wanted to kill her. So Krishna pressed her breast so hard and he was sucking the life air, life force out of the body of Putna. Putna was in a terrible pain. It was like concentrated pain in few moments. And this is how Krishna gave her punishment. So when Putna was so much in pain, she started crying and she was telling that boy, leave me, oh boy, leave me. But Krishna is Krishna. Once he grabs onto somebody, once he holds somebody, he doesn't let him go. Whether it's a devotee or a non-devotee. If Krishna has gotten hold of somebody, he cannot go anywhere. So Krishna didn't let her go. So Putna, while with Krishna hanging onto her breast, she ran outside the house. Why? Because she was coming in her original form. She was not in a beautiful young lady form anymore. So she ran outside. She was in so much of pain. And then she ran outside. Krishna uh, kept on sucking the life out of Putna, kept on pressing her breast, and then she fell down dead. It is said when she fell down dead, her body was 12-mile long. Or when she was standing and running outside the house of Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya. So she was 12-mile tall. That's how tall she was. And does anybody know how tall is Mount Everest in the terms of miles or kilometers? I think it's 8,800 meters, so 8.8 kilometers. So in kilometers calculation, Putna's body was 19 kilometers tall or 19 kilometers long. So 12 miles is 19 kilometers. And Everest is only 8.8 kilometers high. Just imagine, she was more than twice the size of Everest. And then she fell down dead. Again, it's explained by Jiva Goswami that when she fell down dead, Krishna was afraid she might fall down on some Brajvasi's house, on some Brajvasi's property. So he made her fall down in the orchard which was owned by Kansa. Means the flowers and other products of that orchard would go into Kansa's service. So she fell down in that orchard and she destroyed so many trees from that orchard. But none of the Brajvasis had any financial loss because of Putna falling down. So Putna fell down. Yashoda Maya and Rohini Mata, all the gopis, they were in the house, they were crying, they were bewildered. What is happening? Who was this lady? Where is Krishna? And then when she fell down, Putna fell down, they all ran towards Putna. And it is explained that the size of Putna and her thighs were like the two banks of river. Her navel was a big hole in the ground. Her eyes was compared to, I don't know what her teeth were compared to like the plows, big plows that people have. So this was how her body was. It was so huge, so 12-mile long. So I don't know how many miles wide. That was her body size. But all the gopis somehow they saw Krishna was still playing on the breast with the breast of Putna, like trying to suck milk from those breasts. So gopis somehow they got up on the body of Putna and they brought Krishna down, and they did their natural things like bathing Krishna with the cow urine, putting some cow dung on him, and chanting different mantras to protect him from future demon attacks or future bad omens. So Nand Baba and all the Gopas, meanwhile, they were coming back to Mathura, coming back to Gokul, and they saw this huge demon who was lying dead on the path. So they understood this, and Yashodamai also told them that this demon had come to kill Krishna. So all the Gopas they got up on the demon and they brought their axes and they cut up the body of that demon, Putna, and they burnt her. And it was said when she was being burnt or her body was cremated, the smell of agru was coming from her body. It was a agru is considered as the most fragrant material in the world. So why? Because Krishna had accepted her service, Krishna was playing on body of Putna. So even though Putna went to with an intention to kill Krishna, Krishna accepted her mood of mother also. Of course, when she went with the intention of killing Krishna, Krishna gave her lots of pain. It was so much of concentrated pain in such a small time that she could not do anything or think of anything except Krishna, leave me, Krishna, leave me. She could not even go to a plan B or something like that. There was no plan B anymore because she was in such a pain. So that intention of coming to Krishna to kill him was taken care of by excruciating, concentrated pain. But she had also come to Krishna with the little mood of mother that let me go and feed him my milk. So Krishna accepted that mood of Putana. Rest, everything he said, I have taken care of by giving her pain. But this mood of serving me, Krishna said, this is what I like. So he sent Putna, when Putna died, he sent the soul back to the spiritual world as an assistant of Yashoda Maya. So this is how merciful Krishna is. Even the person who came to kill him, Krishna sent him back to the spiritual world. A few days back, I was reading in the newspaper that Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Theresa May, she, I mean, the jury found a person guilty of planning to kill Theresa May, the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. And they had given, then the jury avoided that person a life sentence. They were so rigid on him. And he was only planning. He hasn't even executed it yet. But here, this Putna came with the full intention of killing Krishna. And before trying to kill Krishna, he had killed so many babies. She had killed so many babies. She had eaten their flesh. She had drank their blood. How horrible she was. But Krishna accepted her thought of her mother, and he sent her back to the spiritual world, making her a maid servant of Yashoda Maya. So this is astonishing. Krishna didn't become judgmental with Putana. Krishna didn't say, "Oh, you have killed so many babies, so you're gonna be in the hell forever, eternally. You're gonna roast in hell, rot in hell forever." Krishna sent her back to the spiritual world. See, even Krishna doesn't get judgmental, but we do. We see somebody doing something wrong, or according to our calculation or our estimation, something is wrong, and we become judgmental. So, this is what Krishna is. So, Krishna, so he performs all these pastimes to and make them so special, so sweet that devotees they get naturally attracted to those pastimes. And even the devotees who are right now not devotees, but if they hear it from proper source, if they read it from the proper source, they'll also develop some affection, some bhakti for Krishna. So that is the idea where Krishna comes and he performs so many pastimes, but every pastime is very sweet. Only thing is we have to know in truth, we have to know the proper way of understanding those pastimes. So, like Putna, Krishna killed so many demons. It is said every day Kansa would send demons to kill Krishna. When Krishna was, especially when he was in Gokul. And Krishna and Krishna's boyfriends, so you know all the boys, everybody would take lunch with them when they go outside grazing the calves, and when they grew a little older, they were taking cows for grazing. So the boys are boys. So boys need some excitement, especially when they're in the forest with Krishna. Cows are grazing the field, eating the grass. So the boys needed some excitement. And what could be more exciting than seeing some demon die? So Kansa, every day it is said he would send few demons, and Krishna and Balram, before lunch, they would kill those demons. And the cowherd boys, when they see this, they get very excited, and then they talk during lunchtime how Krishna killed, what was the move of Krishna, how Balramji moved, and how they hit that demon and this and that. Why? This was to work up their appetite for lunch. So they would get really hungry and they would enjoy the lunch, and again the pastimes, again relishment of pastimes of Krishna, and then in the evening they would come back, and when they would come back, they would go and tell their parents, "Oh, you know what Krishna did today? You know what demon he killed today?" And parents would, "Okay, please tell us," and they would narrate the whole story again. Every cow would do that. So this is the beauty of Krishna's pastimes, and this is the opportunity that Krishna gives us during his Janmashtami day, or other days like Ram Navami, Radha Ashtami, and other festivals are there. When his different incarnations appear and they perform their wonderful pastimes. So Krishna gives us this opportunity on these days to think of him, to understand his pastime, or try to understand his pastime. He gives us a chance to serve him. Why? Because only these things will purify us. Purify us of what? Because by chanting his name, by associating with devotees, by having Mahaprasadam, by serving him, by doing other activities related to Krishna consciousness, the fear, actually by knowledge we should have some fear of the material world, but at the same time then we start developing some affinity, some affection for Krishna's service. So the idea is we should take up these festival days very seriously and try to do more service and try to beg Krishna to give me some affinity for chanting your name, for associating with the devotees, for serving you, for uh, for other activities, so that we can also make progress. So that first we kill these 6 anarthas from our heart, and then instructions of Guru can prepare the heart for Krishna Prem, seed of Krishna Prem to be planted in our heart. So Janmashtami is it's not just some particular day, of course, calendar-wise it is, but anytime we are ready to purify our heart and to welcome Krishna in our heart, that is the day of Janmashtami. That is the day when Krishna is appearing in our heart. That means he is taking birth in our heart. So this is what we should meditate upon on the day of Janmashtami. And hopefully Krishna will appear in our hearts and give us more and more chance to serve him. Hare Krishna. So I'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments. It's already 1 hour.
Yeah, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for just again we have got a chance to hear this story of the birth of Lord Krishna on this auspicious occasion. So thanking you so much for that.
Thank you.
And
Really.
yeah, can we all at least once say together uh, in Hindi, Prabhu Hare Krishna and Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai, and from you, Prabhuji, you say first and we all say one because it's at 12 today. It's going to be the birth of Lord Krishna, so we all say together.
It's gonna be Monday night.
Is it?
Yeah, Monday night at midnight.
But we don't have any classes on Monday and Tuesday, so.
Yeah, I know. So everybody enjoy Janmashtami. Krishna Bhagwan ki jai.
Jai, Jai Prabhuji. Thank you.
Jai.
Of course, if you are in Braj, then they are different mood and they celebrate differently. They have their
Yes.
own bhajans, Nanda ke Ananda Bhayo Jai Kanaiya Lal ki. So they really enjoy Krishna's birth.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna mantra.
Prabhuji, I have a question. In the narration, you were saying that when Krishna appeared to Vasudev, he said that for three Janmas, Krishna was coming to them. The one you described as Vamandev, for Krishna and Sutapa, I think. What was the first one? Because the Vasudev and Devki, I think you said the third one. So what is the first one? I want to know that.
Prishni Garb. It was the first one was Prishni Garb, second was Vamandev, and third was Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी मैं विहान बोल रहा हूँ एक्चुअली आई वांटेड टू से समथिंग यू सेड दैट द सेवन चाइल्ड देयर वाज समथिंग विद द सेवन चाइल्ड एक्चुअली द सेवन चाइल्ड वाज बलराम जी एंड ही वाज still born and he was actually transferred from the womb of Rohini Maya to the womb of Devaki Maya, so he was named Sankarshan, that means that forcibly drawn or dragged.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying it.
Wow, fantastic.
Any any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one question.
Yes,
Prabhuji, you said Indra Devta helped when Vasudev was carrying Krishna. But Prabhuji, after few years, Indra Devta flooded the Brajvasis. So in few years he forgot.
No, actually, see, Krishna's pastimes, when Indradev is a devotee of Krishna. So Krishna arranges all these pastimes. So Indradev acts in such a way, and that it looks like he is against Krishna, but actually all these leelas, they're meant to glorify Krishna. So Indradev, when he flooded or tried to flood Braj, he wasn't actually, he was being taken over by Yogmaya, and he acted in such a way. And what was the end result? Krishna was glorified. That pastime of lifting Govardhan is such a beautiful pastime. And moreover, for 7 days, when they were under Govardhan and Krishna was carrying Govardhan, Krishna spent 7 days together with all the Brajvasis, including the cows and the calves, at one place. And every Brajvasi, for 7 days, they were just looking at Krishna. They did not get this chance at all. That 7 days continuously they could see Krishna. So this was the result of that pastime. So Indra over there also ended up serving Krishna and all the Brajvasis. So we have to understand these pastimes in the right light.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Any other
Hare,
question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Now, Prabhuji, since you have said the Janmashtami Katha on the occasion of Janmashtami, so one Katha is still pending, which is on Balram Jayanti. We didn't get to hear about Balramji. So if you can take one class on that, please.
Okay.
I mean, whenever you
Janmashtami.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
That we'll do on a weekend, because then it could be a longer class.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes, Vinay Prabhu.
Yeah, I was telling we will not leave you, Prabhuji. We'll hear all the stories, small stories from you.
Oh, there's so many hidden stories in all these. It's difficult for me to remember everything and narrate. There's so many hidden details are there. So many details are there. Okay, now these 6 sons of Devaki, which were killed by Kansa. When Krishna and Balram had grown up and they were in Dwarka, so one day Mother Devaki, she approached Krishna and Balram and she told them, see, I heard that you brought back the dead son of Sandipani Muni as a part of your Guru Dakshina. So I still remember, I still long for those 6 sons of mine. Bring back those. And so it's the order of mother. So Krishna Balram, they both went. And they went to Sutaloka, where Bali Maharaj lives. Because they knew Bali Maharaj had kept those 6 sons. Krishna knows everything. So they went to Bali Maharaj, they asked for those 6 sons. Bali Maharaj said, yes, they are all the 6. They have grown up now, you can take them. I was holding them for you only. So they brought the 6 sons back. So another detail. When Vasudevji was going to carry Krishna to Gokul, now Devaki Mata, she thought, okay, I don't know how long it will take, and the poor baby is just born, he will be hungry. So she fed Krishna her breast milk. And before that, all the sons were killed, so she did not feed anybody else the breast milk ever again. But now, when Krishna Balram brought these 6 sons back to Devaki, although they were grown up kids, they were elder to Krishna Balram in terms of when they were born. Mother Devaki had natural affection for these 6 sons. So she fed them breast milk, although they were all grown up boys. So she fed them breast milk. Why is it important? Because Krishna had drank from those breasts. So the milk in the breast became Mahaprasad of Krishna. So these boys, when they drank that milk, they had the Mahaprasad and they got liberated. And they went back to their original positions. So this is how important Mahaprasad is. Even though these babies had the Mahaprasad after many, many years, but still it was very effective. So we should really honor Mahaprasad whenever we get it. Thank you. See, so many details are there. If you keep on probing, then more details will come out. Yes, Shanvi, please tell me.
So, Prabhuji,
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we can stop here. You all have a wonderful Janmashtami celebrations. Please go do your service, chant more, associate more, hear more, read more about Krishna, and get purified. That's all it is.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Will do, sure.
Thank you all very much.
Hare Krishna.
thank you so
Jai
much.
Shri Radha.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.